Yo! Video games.
I think I also think the presentation of this one from a very surface level is a lot less like overtly juvenile. Both games have heavy ass themes, right? A lot of dealing with death and all that kind of stuff in both games, and the relationships and the loss and all that kind of stuff. It seems like a thing in Xeno games, like just in general. But this one definitely feels like it's trying to, it like grew up a little bit. Like it's trying to grow up a little bit. The character designs, the way the scenes are handled, like it, and even the few that I've seen so far, it's like, yeah, like this. I see in many ways how the company actually got better at their visual storytelling. Yeah, it's just the visuals, like everything across. I think I like the way this game looks more, like personally.
Yeah, we have.
It's way more consistent.
It is, yeah. And there's little movements in characters' faces and things.
Well, that's what I mean. Just like facial animation wise, it's all much more natural. I was kind of thinking, it's like, man, like, well, what if they actually had like some kind of like delivery and facial capture to work from in these scenes? It would be really, if it got like actual big budget. What these games all feel like is that they don't actually have big budget. They feel like they're all made with like very small tight-knit crews that are really good at doing this, and they're good at working within limitations.
They're insane programmers and insane artists.
Yes,
they all like put this together. You know?
Like, and it's almost like if they had the ability to like have like FF7 remake budget and access to stuff, like what would that be like?
Well, we're kind of excited because Switch 2 finally has some horsepower under the hood.
Yeah. So how do they utilize that?
I see it.
Because like, that's interlinking when they combine.
They form into one being.
It's kind of like Dragon Ball shit.
Yeah. But like, they're doing like all kinds of crazy work with their cutscenes and animation and stuff.
These are in-engine cutscenes now.
Sure are.
Yeah. I'm actually really glad when games nowadays keep everything in engine. I think cutting to CG is jarring, and I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it in FF7.
Yeah.
I don't like it in Remake or Rebirth. I don't like it. I just keep it in engine, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's funny. It's funny too. I generally don't think the characters look better in the CG in FF7.
To me, it takes me away. It takes me out of like the scene.
They almost got like this weird like something with their faces like
they're not good.
Kind of uncanny.
Yeah, they're not good. Keeping it in engine as like the Metal Gear aspect of it, it like keeps it immersive. Because guess where your brain goes? Your brain goes to, oh, I'm watching a cutscene.
Yeah.
Exactly. I know I'm not going to be able to. I know I'm not ever going to be able to play this. You know?
Yeah.
What's the matter, Uni? You're too slow.
I think it also helps too that they go with like
We've met before.
like simpler like character like anime character design, so you don't have to do like super in-depth like wrinkles or facial features.
Yeah.
You get your point across without having to put too much polygons or effects on something.
Yeah.
Whenever you cross my path. Let me lead. I'll handle this. Go, Mondo. You're not getting me. Ha! Sure on that. What? Fine. Scatter.
We won?
No. What?
Sorry, I don't think so. You'll have to do something about me first. You'll never win this otherwise.
Well then, we'll just have to take out this!
Mimi, you gotta keep them busy. I'll do that.
And yeah, this is sort of the thing about this game where it's like why it's like I don't like it quite as much, especially in terms of like story stuff. Even though there's a lot of the characters are great and there's a lot of good story moments. It's just like you come off the heels of Xenoblade 2, where the bad guys are so compelling and interesting, and these ones are just like they're just kind of evil and shitty and like
they're the 1%. And they literally just do proxy wars for amusement and to like farm their own life.
Because it entertains them.
Because it amuses me.
It amuses me, and it's very like okay, and like you know, I mean, it's fun to have a bad guy just be evil and just kick their ass, but like that's what I mean. Like I personally like
their motivation is that they're bored.
Yeah,
Yes.
Yeah, that's not
They're
good.
controlling. They control the world and they're bored.
Even if you're a bad guy that's after money and power, that's more than just being bored.
Yeah.
Like, being bored is never a good motivation for a character.
Well, there is one other thing, and that is they're keeping time frozen. This whole game takes place within like a span of a second. It's in a time loop, and so the point is that like the two universes of 1 and 2 are about to combine and annihilate each other. Mm-hmm. So they built this thing called the Ark to basically protect. You know, they were gonna like put everything like in like big hard drives, whatever, like. Record all the data of both planets and build this arc to like sustain the annihilation event. Anyways, the problem is that when they digitized, if you will, everyone's conscious, you know, they basically the anxiety of all the different humans who, you know, had their consciousnesses digitally backed up, grew anxious and were like, okay, but what if this doesn't work? Mm-hmm. So they basically use the machine to like keep time compressed and frozen for eternity because they're not sure.
At the fear of failure.
Yeah, they're not sure if the universe will survive.
Yeah.
And yeah, they become the quote-unquote Mobius or whatever. And then
these guys
basically keep themselves amused. They do this whole thing where like they just create a proxy war between two factions of the
and it also, I think the power it produces is also what's keeping them frozen, I believe, right?
Yeah, like they're basically harvesting them. Like
yeah, they basically produce life so that they can then kill it, take their energy, and then continue this like this locked in time, right?
Yeah. So the whole point is just like, and then they talk about like, he's like, well, you know, in my world, anyone can become a winner given enough time. Like every so often, they'll bring someone in to their exclusive club to become, you know, part of Mobius, as they call it. So it's
you know, it's very much the, you know, the powerful, the rich and powerful, quote unquote, you know, the upper echelon, and like basically dominating the weak and the meager, right?
It's typical like Elysium story.
Yeah.
And the whole reason behind it is they're afraid of the future. They're afraid of progression. Like the theme, the what it's really talking about is that
if we progress, we can kill ourselves.
Like progression is bad. Moving forward,
and that's what this
is bad.
And that's what makes this game is very good. It's got great themes and stuff, and I think the main cast and the characters that you meet that are generally your allies are all great. But that I personally love really solid villains. I love villains that make me go, fuck, he's kind of right, you know? Like, that's why I'm actually loving the direction they're doing with Sephiroth here, because it's not just like, Sephiroth even in the original, like, yeah, he was just a big, cool, evil dude, but like, who loved his alien mommy. I love that they're now trying to actually give him depth, and they're doing a good job of it, because you're sort of like...
Yeah, normally that does not go well.
Yeah,
normally that is like not, like, if they,
I know,
if they
I was
do that
like,
expansion, it's bad.
Yeah, I was like, oh man, I'll humanize this bitch, but they're doing it in a way that you're kind of like, you're like, oh, that's actually really interesting.
Too much to the point where it's like, Sephiroth's the main character of the remake series. He just is.
Yeah.
The story's about him. Like, he is...
The story is about actually making him into a character.
Yes.
Like, he's got a personality, he's got motivations. He's not just listening to dear old mommy alien.
Is all of that at the front of the story yet? Not yet.
Yeah.
But it's definitely alluded towards.
Have you ever met him?
And that's why I'm actually like on board with it, because I'm like, I think the idea of like wanting to like, oh yeah, like death is bad. It's sort of like you sort of like, yeah, I understand that. People at some point have all been like, yeah, well, death kind of sucks, right? Like, so it's like you sort of can sympathize with his idea, and the idea that the planet itself is essentially
before
this
Ever Crisis came out, we were like heavily theorizing that Sephiroth is going to be a sympathetic bad guy. I don't mean that he's going to become a good guy. Like, he's not going to make the turn, but he's going to be like Thanos, where he's going to say some shit that kind of makes sense, where it's like, you're not entirely wrong, and they're going to Thanos Sephiroth,
and that's the best kind of bad guy, in my opinion. That's the best kind of bad guy is the one that you go like, he's kind of right.
Yeah.
You know, like, it's not that you totally, I mean, he's crazy and, you know, It's like, yeah, I'm gonna nuke half the universe, and it's like, yeah, that's fucking crazy, but you sort of get it.
Yeah.
And that's what, and that, so nobody in this game is anywhere near as captivating as Xenoblade 2.
Because like, what is that whole thing that Subtext explained in his video that was so good, which is like, the thing that Remake is doing very good is thesis and antithesis, right?
Yeah,
Thesis,
exactly.
antithesis. Like, you have these two different polar sides that are against each other. Like, we have an ideology, our ideology, and they collide. And they're constantly colliding, and these themes are constantly colliding throughout the game. And yeah, like, clearly, Aerith is the thesis, the planet is good, the process of life is natural. Yeah. And Sephiroth is the complete antithesis, like, the planet sucks, and dying is bad. Like, oh yeah, these are things where I understand both. And now it's like, how do you prove it? What do you prove it with? Like, and who's the person that is stuck in between? Is our projected main character? It's Cloud. He has no fucking clue. Like he is
our big dumb boy.
Big dumb main pro tag is so stupid and so manipulated that and it's like,
and he thinks he's so fucking cool.
Aerith is out here doing her best to help out Cloud in every possible way she can, and this guy is too dumb to get any help. He's too stupid. Like, that's one thing. The reason that FF7's story moves forward is because Cloud is so dumb. It'll always move forward.
And like, Tifa's too scared to tell him.
Tifa's too scared.
Tifa's too scared to tell him what a dumb bitch he is.
You know what I really like about the remake series too? Is that like, there's a great like hidden subtext around the original game that like every character is hiding who they are. Like, everyone is worried about who they are is not good enough, and they want to portray themselves as being something better. The OG game did that pretty well. Like, Yuffie's the only one that kind of doesn't do it as much, but she's literally, like, hiding who she is because she's losing her culture. Like, her culture is being effectively whitewashed by Shinra, you know? And that's now, like, under the guise of a war, right? But in FF7 Remake, they really lean into it. Like, they really do. Like, Aerith is a normal person that's hiding the fact that she's also...
Yeah, I mean, obviously, Red 13, the big one.
Red 13's just Cloud, you know?
The big obvious one.
I will say...
And Sephiroth's technically doing the same thing, where it's like, everyone thinks that he's this one thing, but he's actually, like, he wishes he was something else entirely, you know?
Yeah, everyone sees him as this, like, this legendary hero, you know, that... And, like, it's like he... the whole time he's not this big epic hero. He's just someone who's just like he's just controlled.
Barrett is this mega hard ass guy, but he's actually like a super kind father. Like, you know, he's the biggest softie of the entire group. Technically, it's like every character in the game is going through. And Kate Sith is the most obvious one. Where it's like literally some fucking 40-year-old dude who he
on his computer.
Is.
This is his fucking
computer acting like a cat. Like
the ultimate VTuber.
They have to do that at some point in the next game where somebody walks in on him acting that way, and like they have to break the illusion at some point.
Ew, Cloud, what you doing there? They're like, dude,
what are you doing?
Sank walks in. The fuck are you doing, you weirdo?
Actually, they've shown the character. They actually haven't shown him control.
Never. It's never been shown.
Yeah.
Like, it's always been alluded to that he's just doing weird shit behind the scenes.
He should make it, he's got like a bunch of levers and shit. He's like,
yeah. It's like Wizard of Oz.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's call it an RPG night.
Alright.
We did this for a while. Thanks, Nico, for coming back.
Yeah, there you go.
You gotta get up early again, so I'm sorry for keeping you up late.
That's alright.
I'm sorry.
I have to go return to the basement with Kenny.
I know, right? We gotta go lock him up. Alright, child, let's call it that. I'll be back. And we'll get to the normal streaming schedule and stuff.
I will say, I want to ask you though, I guess at the end, do you feel you sort of understand why these games, like, do you sort of get like the
even with the limited perspective, yeah, I get it a bit. Like, I could even with very like, and the problem is there's like so much shit to play and do. You know, I could see myself like playing one of these at some point, but at the same point, it's also like, the biggest thing that keeps me away from JRPGs and what has done it historically for a lot of them ever since I was a teenager was the time investment. I stopped playing JRPGs when I got a job and had to go to school all the time. That was it, dude.
Yeah.
And I just like...
You can really shorten it if you put it on easy.
I can only do it these days because this is my job
like,
now.
and to be real, it's like certain games, like when it gets to be like length, length ends up being an intimidator. When it comes to it, and in some of these you get into it not knowing how much it's going to be, And yeah, I can't say like even playing Rebirth again, it's an intimidator of all this shit that I have to do. Like, there's just so much shit.
Oh, yeah.
So I think finding that balance in a lot of these like experiences is tough. Where it's just like, yeah, the choice paralysis of do I do this or not, you know, is a tough thing. It's challenging because I feel it, man. It's like sometimes it's like a nice and smooth 20 to 25 hour experience. Like Expedition 33 was like the perfect fucking length. It was perfect.
Right. It wasn't like super long.
It wasn't. I felt like it was just long enough where it's like I didn't really forget about all the themes and stuff that were just happening not that long ago to make it feel like we're missing out on some of that shit right now, man. I wish I was going to come back in some way. So, yeah, and it felt like a nice, appropriate journey at the same point.
Yeah.
I think games. I think if there's one thing I don't like about the modern game aspect of gamification, is that full price games feel like they have to justify their full price, not by being good games, but just by being long and just by being big. And I'm like, I don't agree with it. Like, I think you can have like the best of both worlds. I think you can have something that feels just appropriately big and long, like a sweet like 80-hour experience, but have like 50 to 40 hours of main.
It's funny because I think a lot of ways, and the reason why games are so long is that some developers just they make games without the thought of the 100%ers out there. They're just like, yeah, all right, I'm playing this and I'm putting this stuff in here. You know, there'll be a main story. If you main story, it's maybe like 30 hours with some sides, just some side stuff. You know, maybe you can add a few more, but not like thinking, oh no, but what about the crazy bitches who try to do everything, right? Oh well, then you're probably looking at like 120 hours.
It's fucking long.
Yeah.
And to be real, I really felt it when I played Chrono Trigger, where it's like, dude, there was never an opportunity for this game to be bad.
Yeah.
That's you know,
the game never even like gave itself an opportunity to be bad because there was never like, it's not long, don't get me wrong, but it just didn't get the chance to.
You know what's funny? I actually played a game recently for the first time that I felt the exact same way about. And it was a little game called the Super Mario RPG, the original one. They did the remake for that. I'd actually never played the original game. And it is like a 15 to 20 hour little RPG.
It's Chrono Trigger length, yeah.
It is.
It is short.
It is very short, and it's just like, I played it and I got to the end of it, I'm like, I understand why everyone loves this game. This game is it's just, there's no fat, and everything in it's like, is generally just exceptional. Like, I think I'm like, I don't even know if I really have much to criticize the game for. It's like, it wasn't even long enough to be like, for me to find some like, big fault, you know,
Yeah.
like before the battle system to get kind of boring, or for the story to go on for like a little too long. It's just like,
Or you've been hanging out here for too
Yeah.
much, I've been doing this for
Yeah.
a little too long.
All killer, no filler.
Yeah, like
that's
that-
my RPG.
yeah, I played it and went like, yeah, I absolutely get why some people say this is one of the best games ever, and the music's godlike, and it's just, yeah, it's just, there's not much to really like, I could criticize about it, and Chrono Trigger's like kind of the same way.
Yeah. The only game that I honestly have felt that is like, this is pretty long, and you could turn it into a pretty long adventure, and it's still really good. Like, there's very few parts of this where I'm not having, like, I'm like either been doing this for too long, or I'm not particularly having a great time. And to be honest, it's fucking Final Fantasy VII. Like, it's that perfect length of still being like a 35 to 40 hour game on first playthrough. And if you're willing to push this shit out, you can push it to be like, 47, 48, 50 hours. And it still feels like a long, expansive game.
On OG 7?
Yeah, OG.
Yeah.
Specifically OG. Like, it still manages to be long enough and be high quality enough throughout enough of it that I don't feel like I've been meandering too long.
And I feel like that's what Part 3 could do.
It could do.
It could
be an
do.
all killer, no filler situation where it's like, dude, what time does the next game have to meander too much? Like, and that's the thing where it's, I hope. It's like, yeah, just don't, like, for example, in Remake, the bike sequence just goes on for about a few minutes too much.
long, yeah.
And I'm just like, I've been doing this for a little too long, my dude. It isn't, like, just let's get going. Let's get going. Like,
Yeah, like the original bike section we did, it was about the good length, and then the new one went on for like another 2 more minutes, and you're just like, okay, all right, I get it.
All
Yeah.
right, I get it, man. Like, yeah, this is supposed to be lasting a while, you know? So, yeah, I think it's a thing that in, like, modern games, the games feel like you have to justify their quality by their length.
Yeah.
And that's just, like, I don't even think it's a fault of the devs. That's just because what most people look for. Like most people are like, oh, if it's a $70 game, it better be like 100 hours. You better get like 100 fucking hours.
Yeah, there's a little back and forth there personally where
I don't agree with it.
Where
Don't get me wrong.
sometimes it's like, okay, like what's the game that's coming out? Like Mario Tennis, if it's coming out this month.
Okay.
Or February. And it's like it's a $70 game, and I'm like,
Or fucking.
I'm like $70 for Mario Tennis, like I get it, it's new, but like there's times I'm like, really, like are we justifying this? Like Mario Kart World's $80, brand new.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I got it for 50 with the system, and I feel like 50 was much closer to like the appropriate price for how much that game has, what it offers.
Yeah.
Like I do feel sometimes, like especially with Nintendo, because like. You know, there'll be like that Yoshi game's gonna come out, Yoshi and the Amazing Book or whatever, and it's probably gonna be a cute 8-hour experience.
But you know what you're getting.
And it's gonna be $70, and it's gonna be like, okay, but why is that 70? And the next game, Molotov will probably be $70, and it'll be.
Nintendo is never, ever releasing any game, no, regardless of how quality or length or whatever. They're never releasing a game again that's not that expensive.
Right.
It's always going to be full price.
I'm like, guys, like, come
Mario,
on.
how much was Mario RPG when it came out?
$60.
Oh, so it was full price. It was full price. Switch One price.
Yeah, it was $60, and I mean, real fucking good quality game.
It should come out at 40 though. It honestly should.
You could easily make that argument.
You can make that argument. It should come out at 40. To be real, I think we are actively witnessing that happening with games like Expedition 33, and no shit, FF7 Remake being cheaper.
Yeah.
Being like big expensive games that are very good, and guess what? They don't destroy your wallet. Like, and you know you're getting into something that a lot of people like.
What is Remake, 40 or something?
40.
It's
40 for all the DLC as well.
Yeah, I'm like, okay, that's fair. It's not a new
good.
it's not a new game.
Guess what also should be that price when it comes out? Rebirth. When Rebirth hits the Switch later this year, yeah, that shit should also be 40. Straight up.
Yeah. Well, I mean that's good too because you know it's not a brand new game or whatever.
It is.
But like,
it'll be a multiple-year-old game.
I do feel like a little bit of like the sting where it's like, bro, if it doesn't have a fucking huge campaign mode or something, and it's kind of like bare bones, $70 for Tokon's gonna be a huge ask in my mind.
Tokon specifically.
Well, just thinking about it, okay, like DNF Duel, like I think that was a little bit
was
less.
50.
It was like 50.
And
I
most
was
people
like,
still felt like they were getting
I was
ripped
like,
off.
there's not much here in the game, but like at least it was 50. But like, if Tokon comes out and it doesn't have a huge campaign or something, it's gonna be like, man. Sometimes I do feel like we need to.
You know what? You know what I think would be fucking smart as shit. I'll be real.
What?
If Part 3 comes out and it's all three systems at the same time, PlayStation, Xbox, and PC cost the same. Switch is cheaper. They should fucking do it. Just make the Switch like $10 cheaper.
You could. Well, yeah.
If it all came out at the same time.
If they came out at the same time. Like, I would honestly, like, argue for the sake of just, like, boosting sales. Who cares what system you play it on? This one you make it a little bit less? Yeah, sure. But at the same point, it's like, you're getting a little bit of a compromised experience. Like,
Right.
I don't think that's bad. I think that is being competitive.
I do, but I don't think they're going to do it.
It's not gonna happen.
I think their argument would be that, but it's portable.
Yeah, I know. The value justification is that this is a different experience.
Is that you can play it portably, so
For
that
sure.
is makes it worth the like that. Even though yes, it is less in that way, but the portable aspect gives it something that the other things don't have. So
Yeah, but we both know that.
Yeah, it's some bullshit, hell yeah.
That's some bullshit. It's like,
Yeah.
yeah, dude, come on.
trust me, I'm saying that in
Posted a special talk soon about FF7 and Dragon Quest. Oh no. Oh, speaking of which,
Who did what?
Genki, the news guy, there's a special talk video about FF7 and Dragon Quest from Square. Is that recently? So guess what was heavily rumored today?
What?
And rumored to be happening. State of Play on the 12th. On early February. Heavily rumored that is the day.
Well, Nintendo's heavily
Nintendo
rumored.
also first week.
heavily rumored.
We did go to Disneyland. That's probably why it happened.
Okay, well, last week I went to Disneyland, and then they did the Mario Galaxy Direct, and then yesterday we were at Disneyland, and they announced the Tamagotchi Life Direct.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
yesterday, technically within the last 24 hours, a Nintendo Switch Direct has been not come out, but like it's happening.
Okay, yeah, I'm just saying.
You have to go to Disneyland more.
So if I go to Disneyland again,
fucking happening.
the full Direct will get announced,
Yeah,
right?
it's always fucking happening.
Yeah.
Whenever Simmons at Disneyland, it happened when I was with him. We had to stream from fucking Disneyland because the Nintendo Direct was happening. Not much happened in that Direct from what I remember.
The first time it happened was 23, I think. I was in, you know where the Red Rose Tavern is in Fantasyland?
Yeah.
It used to be a Pinocchio thing.
Yeah.
I was in line, and I see my notifications blow up on my phone, and it was Stealth 40K, and he was like, hey, they just released the trailer for fucking this game.
Yeah.
And he's like, just you know, I'm letting you know before, you know, everyone else spoils anything for you. And it was like, he was good looking out for me. And the ending of that trailer still, to this day, blows my mind. The last line of that trailer is, Matthew, always in Fantasyland.
Always.
I was in Fantasyland.
That's when the curse was laid.
I don't think it's the devs. I think it's just God.
Yeah.
I think if you
Curse was cast in that moment.
If you need a sign of a higher power, that's just it. Like,
From that moment forth.
So I was like, shit. Well, I guess so. And then from that moment forth, they've been tracking me, and I thought I was safe when I was in Tokyo Disneyland. I was like, I'm here. Nothing's announced. Fuck you guys, but I was at Tokyo Disneyland for 2 days. And at 10 o'clock at night,
Was it Xenoblade X?
X got announced.
That's fucking crazy.
I was like, I put out a tweet that morning. I'm here. Nothing's announced. Fuck you guys. Curse is lifted. And then I was
Like
like,
the day later.
yeah, not even a day. Like 10 hours later, and I was like,
God's watching this shit. He's like, look at this dumb bitch. check this shit out. Watch this.
It's like some JoJo shit. Get
oh, he's got a 2-day pass. Well, you know what? He's still there.
That's fucking funny. That's fucking funny.
So wait, what's the?
Let me see.
What's
Let
this
me
Gabby thing?
see what Genki said. Hold on a
Genki
second.
Gabby.
So yeah, on the 12th, heavily rumored to be State of Play, and it's like, okay, bets are on, dude. Like straight up, that's where FF7's shown. I think it's happening. I think straight up, if there is a State of Play on the 12th, straight up, they're showing FF7. It's going to be a teasery, and almost like a see you at summer or some shit. Like,
See you at Summer Game
soon.
Fest. If they say Summer Game Fest, I'm gonna shit my pants. If that gets revealed as like a playable build of some kind, I'm gonna take a doo-doo in my big boy pants.
Dragon Quest creator and FF series producer Katase will do a special talk video on YouTube tomorrow at 9 p.m. Japan time. They'll talk about their thoughts on each of the other franchises, on each other's franchises, the difference between Dragon Quest, Final Fantasy, and their approach to remakes. Okay, so it's like, it's just a little thing.
It's more of like slapping each other on the ass.
Yeah, it's just a Square being cozy with Square.
But hey, and I think I told you this. I'm like, there's a very real possibility that 7.3 and Monosoft's next game come out within like a couple months of each other.
It's gonna happen.
That would be fucked up.
I'll be happy as shit, dude.
I mean,
I'll be excited as fuck. I'll be like,
There's gonna be a lot,
dude,
okay?
let's go.
There'll be 2 big fat ass
Bro,
playthroughs.
as long
for
as
me.
I get a 1 month between them, I'm fucking good. I'm very good.
Monster Hunter Wilds expansion teaser copium.
It's gonna happen at some point.
I think
how
that's
long
gonna
did it
happen.
soon-
this year
How
at
long
some
did it
point.
take for Iceborne and Sunbreak after
So
release?
if we're talking about previous games,
Yeah.
the DLC would be dropping around September.
Of this year?
Yes.
Okay. So
Legit.
it's what, 18 months?
It's like it's like a year and a half ish.
Yeah.
I think I have a feeling it'll probably be announced at like Summer Game Fest.
I think it could be announced in, say, for Summer Games Fest, or like a spring, like a little bit later, like
Yeah.
May to June as State of Play, which is where it's kind of been before.
That'd be dope.
It would be.
Well,
This game looks way fucking. The lighting in this looks way fucking better than Xenoblade 2. That I just straight up.
Oh yeah.
Like on this TV especially, like this is insanely impressive.
yeah. Oh, and this is like the farthest. This is like their latest game besides X.
Yeah, this
Yeah,
is
no,
the
I mean you
DLC.
can tell.
Like it's they got this shit down
Holy
pat.
shit.
So they did everything they could to make this potato sing. Which is why when people are like, see what happens when Game Freak doesn't have like limited hardware, I'm like, bitch, shut the fuck up.
Look at this.
Like,
It's just-
hardware was never the issue.
It's talent. This is a talent-based industry.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
like it's honed talent. These guys have stuck on this engine forever. They have all these like tools and modifications to their engine to make this shit work this way. This is what happens when you have a dev that stays on the same shit for like 10 years. 10 plus
Yeah.
years.
Yeah.
And they're just good at doing it, and they know exactly how to get better results. Like, it's honestly like
FF7 Steam.
Exactly. It's like the one thing about finally having a Final Fantasy aspect where like these devs have just been continually sticking to one thing and getting better at it, so you know the next game's gonna feel like a significant fucking upgrade.
Actually, yeah, you know what? It's kind of funny to put it that way. In a lot of ways, actually, almost like a benefit that the game was split the way it was, because it's essentially leading to them. They're learning every time.
They're learning every time, and you know that the next game is going to be improved on from the previous.
Yeah, they're not like, well, what if they try to do everything at once?
What happens, chat, when you get like a bunch of devs split up and working on different things and they're on the same franchise? You'll get sequels to games, but sometimes that sequel does not actually feel like an upgrade from the previous fucking game.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, oh, why are we backtracking on stuff? Like, Call of Duty is notorious for this shit, where it's like things pretty much go backwards, and we have to wait for 2 more games for them to fucking move forwards. It's like, god damn it, dude, because there are different developers with different ideologies in the same franchise doing this shit. So it's like, Final Fantasy was the same way. Like, even in Final Fantasy 16, some shit felt like backtracked in some ways, where it's like, oh, I thought we learned to fix this. And no, actually, no, we didn't. Like, it's because those were different people. So in one way, it's like, yeah, it's kind of like great that this compilation of FF7 shit nowadays from the remake series, we know we're getting 3 very different games. Like, number 1 was a Yakuza game, straight up. It was just a Yakuza game with Final Fantasy VII characters, and its structure and theming and jokes and all that kind of shit. Like, yeah, it just was. And the second game was its own, like, mixture of, like, a Ubisoft sort of thing and their first attempt at open world and all this shit. And it's like, so what the fuck is the third game? Fuck is that? Like, we don't know. Like, what the hell is the third game going to be?
I think flight's going to be a big thing. I think you're going to have Highwind combat.
Obviously, it's going to be a game about traversal. A game about, like,
I think that
world exploration.
The thing I'll be curious about is, like, yeah, it's just like, how do you implement Highwind combat? Is it like, am I blasting them with, like, gun turrets on the ship? Or am I just simply, like, going to have my team leap onto, like, another ship and beat their ass, or like jump on some monsters, right? How do monsters, like, think about it? In the original, like, you never really encountered monsters in the air, so like, how do you have them meet you?
You do, actually. You run into the ultimate weapon.
Yeah, I mean, you run into those guys.
And then what happens in that fight? You just fight him from the bridge.
Yeah, but you don't. But what I mean is, you don't run to like regular enemies, right?
True.
You're not just like flying through the air and you get like a regular encounter. So.
I think, in the same way, you're in a submarine, and you actually get into engagements in the submarine. Technically, in OGFF7, technically, like you don't after the first minigame quest, but you do. So I think you will. I think they're gonna have that shit. I think there's gonna be like enemy subs and shit like that. There's gonna be Shinra air support that you're gonna have to go after, and monsters in the air and stuff like that. I think there will be things like that. I think Skies of Arcadia has shown that you probably should get a ship like the Highwind and be able to upgrade it and shit.
Yeah.
Like, that makes sense if you can customize your Highwind and give it parts and stats, and those are now things that you can get to make it better.
And pimp out my Highwind!
To go to new areas.
Yeah, it's going to be such an integral part of the game, so it's like, yeah.
I think it will.
Oh, dude, there's going to totally be, like, paint jobs that you can do for your Highwind.
Dude, what was the... Dude, remember what they were fucking saying when they were in Saudi Arabia and they were interviewed? Like the big theme of the next game, Highwind.
You can't.
It's a critical part of the game.
He said Highwind so much for stuff that I'm like, no, there's no way.
There's no way this is just you point A to point B shipping, and even flying around. Like, this is, like, this will be a huge part of the game, and they must have come up with something very fun. Yeah. If you are engaging with the Highwind in this fashion, like, very fun. So, yeah, I hope so. Like, it's going to be our mode of travel.
Actually, you know what? I almost think that the tiny Bronco, because part of me's almost wondered, why did they, like, change the tiny Bronco this way? Why did they make it so you actually repair it in the end and you can fly off with it? It's like, oh, that's weird. Even if it's like, why couldn't it have been like, why did we have to hop on the tiny Bronco and fly away? Why couldn't we just, all right, we're moving to the next destination, guys. We got to make our way to the northern crater. It's like, instead we hop on the airplane and fly away. But it's like, why would you do that? We want flight to be, even from the start
from the very beginning,
to be a big, like, so maybe you're gonna get something that is essentially a mini proto Highwind that's gonna have way less abilities, way less to do, but it will essentially give you a taste of essentially what is.
You need to feel the progression,
air combat,
because we know what happens to the Highwind in the FF7 story. Yeah, you start off with the Highwind, and it also gets upgraded with jets and shit,
Yes.
which is what it needs to break the barrier in the end. It's like, oh, okay, so yeah, there's a clear like beginning, middle, and end to even air travel, so that's going to be a big fucking part of the game.
Purely to have the visual of the plane flying away from Aerith, I think that's gonna have a bit more. Like, do you think? Wait,
I think it's all thought out.
So you think? Is Chad? You thinking like, oh, so we did it. We fixed the plane, flies off, instantly crashes again.
No. Well,
that was
it's been 5 seconds.
you're
It's
gonna
time to
fly
break
around
down.
and meander a bit. Like there'll be a bit of an introduction to shit.
It's
but
your tutorial to flight mechanics.
exactly until you get to a point
Yeah.
where it's like, oh, we actually can't get past this. We need to go do something because of weather or something. Like the
Yeah,
northern.
it's not like the flight. Like you got to think, Chad. It's not like they can't be like. Oh, it gives me a thing, and I can just fly anywhere, and I'm a god. Or
Not
anything. No, it's gonna have something like, oh yeah, like there's weather and things that.
Remember remember when you're flying around in the tiny Bronco in part 2, and you're like, oh, fog's getting too heavy.
Yeah,
There's gonna be like literal fog of war. Like there's gonna be natural elements that prevent you from progressing. Like, and even FF7 is the same way. Like the tiny Bronco can't just go over everything; it goes over small things. Like. There needs to be a proper progression.
I assume it's actually probably gonna make it like, oh, you can only land it in very specific spots.
Yes.
You know, it's gonna be pretty limited. But
Unlike the Mega Highwind,
Yeah.
which is like you don't land everywhere. Guess what your party does? The rope.
Rope down,
You do
yeah.
the fucking rope, which was what happens in the final area of part 3, of the OG game.
and that actually is gonna make it. That's actually that concept. I bet makes it so much fucking easier for these guys because now they're not like having to think about. Oh,
They're
fuck
just
me! How do I
dismounting the ship.
like land this weird ginormous thing on this terrain and crap?
Yep.
You know, it's just like, oh, I can just drop a rope and then we can like.
Yeah.
In a safe area.
Yeah.
Because in the same way, you can't just drop the Highwind anywhere. It needs to drop in specific zones.
Yeah,
like
right.
in certain pockets of land that can support.
Basically, it's any spot that has grass. is
Yeah.
where
It's also the same reason why you need a gold chocobo for
it makes those things even more important, you know?
Knights of the Round. And I guarantee you, you're going to need a gold chocobo to get Knights of the Round. In this
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
upcoming game.
Yeah. I just hope it's side. It doesn't need to be main quest. It should be a story thing.
Yeah,
it should
yeah.
actually have a story. That's all I want with it.
I also hope he's voiced by Ben Starr.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The lead knight
Hello.
needs to be voiced by Ben Starr.
Hello there, Cloud. It's me, Ben Starr. So, you're out here trying to breed me. Yeah.
The gold chocobo.
Yeah. That's
right.
good. You want my power, Cloud? Yes.
Are you talking to me?
Yeah.
Yes.
No, I'm not talking to you.
must be
This
very
is all in
surprised.
your wacky, crazy little Sephiroth-filled brain.
He's like super aware.
You're slowly losing your stupid mind. Look at your friends staring at you, concerned.
I think you're crazy. You are crazy.
They don't trust you, Cloud. You should kill them, Cloud. Kill them,
Now.
Cloud.
Ride me.
Now, get off your laurels, put your cross right up against my back, and ride me like you've never ridden anyone before.
Good night, everybody.
All right, and that we call it.
Yeah.